Welcome back to Making a Murder in My Journal, and today we have a Valentine special. I'm so excited to bring to you that Zellner must love us as much as we love her because she went on Twitter and did a question and answer for us. So let's go ahead and dig in. Question. Even if state released bone fragments, how do we know the DNA profile of TH on record is even her actual profile? Obviously, we can't trust anything that has been handled by MTSO, Eisenberg, or Colhane. Now, investigation clearly shows gross negligence, corruption. Do you have access to independent source of true TH DNA for comparison? Answer. Currently, the FBI CODIS submission requires all 20 loci be uploaded and that at least 8 of the loci must have a 1 to 10 million match statistically. TH's 7 loci would possibly not meet the current requirements. Question. If the so-called crime scene was at Avery's, what were the DOJ doing a half a mile away from the crime scene at Cuss Road when nothing was found there? Answer. The tracking dogs led them to a suspected burial site, and a very cursory effort was made to determine if it was a burial site. Question. What will happen if the state says the RAV4 is gone or destroyed? Can they ignore it? Answer. We have confirmed that the RAV4 is in the possession of the CCSD and is being kept in storage. It is safe. Question. In your opinion, what are the chances that this constitutional violation, even if the state is able to produce the bones by exhumation, will get Avery's conviction overturned or at least a new trial? Answer. We never speculate on what the court might do. We believe there is a serious constitutional violation. Question. Are the bones that were returned to the Halbachs even still physically testable? Answer. We do not know. We don't know if the bones were buried or cremated. Question. I wonder if the raw data, the charts, and RFU peaks for the bones with 7 loci is known or obtained by KZ. Known cases where the prosecution lab DNA tech overstates or over-magnifies the peaks when in reality the peaks were below the acceptable limits, marginal or noise, and often contamination within the tool itself. They dupe the jurors and judges with the false evidence by cherry-picking peaks in the noise region. Answer. Yes, we have possession of that data. Question. Has she had any direct communication with Josh Call regarding the bones or the case in general? Answer. No. Question. Do you expect the bones to be exhumed? Answer. It will depend upon what the appellate court ruling is. Question. Is there a signed legal document that the Halbachs actually received the bone fragments? I know I wouldn't accept bones that were cast off as non-human in a court case and then given to me as my daughter's bones to exhume, because I'd know I was in on the destruction of evidence, unless of course my career has boosted up and I owed Ellie for that. Even then, I still won't be tempted, but hey, maybe they are. Answer. We do not have possession of that document. Question. What is her take on Special Agent Wish taking Bobby Dessie's original recorded interview cassette from the hospital on 11/9/05, taking it in January 2018, and also maybe not returning it? Answer. The original recorded cassette was brought to our office and we copied it. Question. Does she have any suspicion at all that CB's bones have been planted? Answer. The Avery burn pit bones were planted. We have no evidence that suggests they were CB's. Question. What did you discover about the Lanyards location? Answer. Ledger sheets indicate that the lanyard was first in the rear cargo area and then it was moved to the inside of her center console. Question. CX is originally documented as being in the trailer. What do you make of the location movements? Answer. It looks like a Scrivener's error. Question. What can we expect from Dr. Sheldon's DNA testing of the bones? Answer. Based upon his work in California, we believe his techniques could lead to a complete and full DNA profile from the gravel pit bones. Question. When are you expecting a response in regards to this motion? Answer. Impossible to know. Question. Do you believe you have solid evidence to prove that the bones were given back to the family in bad faith, not just negligence? Answer. Yes, because the state law was violated. Question. Have you tried to get an affidavit from someone at the funeral home where the bones were taken to? Answer. We have interviewed the personnel at the funeral home. Question. Has the latest revelations changed your opinion on who murdered Teresa? Answer. No. Question. If they decline your filing, what options do you have? Answer. To continue on with the appeal, which has numerous issues, 140 plus pages. Question. Will you marry me? Answer. Already taken. Question. What is it that makes it clear that the bones moved from the MCGP to Stephen's burn pit? And will you be pointing to the extra burn barrel that was found at Dassey's? Answer. Because TH was not burned in Stephen's burn pit. Question. Are you aware what the Halbach family has done with the bones? Answer. We are assuming that the bones have been buried. Question. Will the CASO documents help Stephen or will the courts ignore it? Answer. We believe they will help Stephen. Question. How are SA's parents? Answer. Hanging in there, but we have declining health. Question. I heard a rumor that TH's RAV4 has been lost, destroyed, or returned to the Halbach family. Is there any truth to this rumor that you are aware of? Answer. Untrue. It's in the possession of the CCSO. Question. What is the next step for you guys? Answer. Waiting for the Court of Appeals to rule. We are ready to file our brief. Question. Is there any chance that the killer's DNA could have been found in the material collected from the quarry that was turned over to the Halbach family? Answer. Yes. Question. Was it proven it is TH Bones at any point? Answer. 7 Loki DNA from her blood in the car. Question. Do you know who moved the bones to the Avery's burn pit? Answer. The killer. Question. The case is taking eternity. Justice delayed, justice denied. What should we expect soon? Answer. All these cases take an eternity, and we've been in this case 3 years. Average time is 15 years. Question. Is it possible that there are still fragments at the same location at MGP that could be tested? Answer. Yes. Question. Do you have a copy of Eisenberg's report that helped the state agents determine on 9/20/2011 which bones were human and therefore given back to the family? Answer. There is no proof of scientific testing of these bones in those reports. Question. Are you aware of how many items have been given back to the Halbachs? I have found 14, but I am not done with my research yet. Answer. Sounds accurate. Maybe more. Question. Have you been able to examine the RAV4 yet? Answer. No, but we had an agreement with the AG to examine the RAV4 prior to the 10/3/2017 ruling. Question. Could Bobby have taken a shortcut via salvage yard to intercept TH at the crossing between Q and Cuss Road before Berm was there? Love you. Answer. Impossible to know. Question. Has the massive publicity about this case helped or hindered the judicial system's willingness to consider new evidence? Answer. It's undetermined at this point because we are just now with a higher court. Question. Can the individuals responsible for returning the bones be prosecuted? Answer. That would be up to Wisconsin to decide. Question. Do you know for sure Teresa's family has her bones and not someone else's? Answer. The only way to determine that is to test the bones. Question. Does any of the new issues with the bones raise further concerns about chain of custody with evidence in general? Answer. We look for one violation at a time. We can't generalize. Question. What remedies exist for Stephen Avery if the bones cannot be tested again? Answer. A due process violation that would result in a new trial. Question. Are you aware the same officers in question were accused of withholding evidence in a 1999 hit and run? Answer. I am aware of the evidence in the 1999 hit and run. Question. How come the exclusion of the coroner by police at the crime scene did not have any consequences? Did police admit they withheld her? Answer. In Illinois, that would have been a felony. Apparently in Wisconsin, it was disregarded. Question. Even though it may take more time, it is good that people involved in case than today may have or will retire, and you get different eyes on the case? Answer. Possibly. It's more of a question of desire to get to the truth, and whether the successors are so motivated. Question. Does the evidence ledger qualify for Brady since it was not in the Casso report? Answer. We believe it is more of a Youngblood versus Arizona violation related to loss destruction of evidence. Question. Can I have $20? Venmo is Richard McLaughlin 6. Also, is BD out of options unless SA gets overturned? Thanks. Answer. No as to the $20. And there are always more options. Question. Was 8675 pelvic bone returned to the family? Answer. The CCSD ledgers indicate 8675 was returned to the family. Question. Concerning all your prior exonerations in other states, would you say Wisconsin has been the most difficult to deal with? Answer. It's in the top 2%. Question. What are the consequences of proof that a Youngblood versus Arizona violation occurred? Answer. New trial and or outright reversal of conviction. Question. Kathleen, how is your dog? Also, why, in your opinion, do you feel like the state of Wisconsin does not want to hear of an idea that maybe these two did not do it? To me, it's infuriating to watch judge after judge not look clearly at what is presented to the team. Answer. Bruno is doing great. We have to give the appellate court a chance. They have not made any rulings on our evidence. Question. Is it possible that Teresa's death was completely faked? The bones aren't hers and she is sipping cocktails in the Caribbean. Answer. Highly unlikely. Question. Do you think it's good or a bad sign that the court has not replied yet? Answer. A good sign, because they are closely examining the issue. Question. Has losing every important decision in the Avery case made you sad? Answer. Absolutely not. The only decisions we've lost were at the trial court level, and 99% of exonerations are at a higher court, and we haven't gotten there yet. Question. Do you ever communicate with any of TH's family? Answer. Not yet, but we have communicated with the victim's family in our other cases. Question. Have you been able to go to the smelter and collect any type of evidence regarding Skinny cremating the rest of the bones, teeth, etc.? Answer. We continue to investigate any connection between the smelter and the crime. Question. With so much evidence put forward to the courts, why do you think they keep denying everything? Answer. Stephen's case has not been decided by the appellate court. We've only gotten 3 opinions from the trial court. We're just beginning the battle. Question. Totally unrelated, but did you hear one of the rumors is you are an actor and Kathleen Zellner is your stage name? Answer. Yes, I'm pretending to be a lawyer. Question. Will you be able to cross-examine Colburn when he tries to sue Netflix? Answer. Not directly, but the Netflix attorney, who will be some of the best in the country, will certainly be examining him. Question. Is there a reason the Halbach family isn't willing to provide whatever they can to be certain justice prevails? Answer. The Halbach family are victims of this grave miscarriage of justice, and they should not be blamed for any aspect of this case. Question. Has the change in Wisconsin AG helped? Could it possibly help in this process? Answer. It's too soon to say, but in our opinion, there was nowhere to go but up. Question. What evidence established the bones were moved by the killer and not the police? Answer. The killer had the greatest incentive to frame SA. Question. How did you get to the position where you are now? Is it the hard work or your ability to see the big picture? Answer. Hard work has taught me to see the big picture. Question. How is Steve doing? Answer. Stephen remains strong and resilient and will never give up on the fight to win his freedom. Question. Is the public attention to SA not dangerous for him in prison? Maybe jealousy from the other prisoners? Answer. So far, he has not had any problems in prison and has a spotless record. Question. If the case is remanded back to Circuit Court Judge Angela Sekowitz, is there any optimism for a favorable ruling? Answer. Practice makes perfect. Question. True, but the police had 36 million reasons to frame him. Answer. The killer was facing life sentence without parole guaranteed, but no guarantee that Stephen Avery would have recovered $36 million. No one else in the country has ever recovered that amount of money for a wrongful conviction. This tweet is unavailable. Answer. No, I'm just aware of the reality of trying to exonerate an innocent man. Question. Is the Avery case the hardest or most difficult case you've ever had? Answer. No. Question. Guilters are claiming that you missed the boat on examining the RAV. Is this true, or can you comment as to the agreement you had with the AG? Thank you. Answer. The agreement is reflected in our pleadings, and we will be able to test the RAV4 at any point when the appeal is completed. Question. How many Denny suspects are still being investigated? Answer. More than one. Question. Do we know why the Halbach family dropped the wrongful death suit they filed against Avery and Dassey? Answer. No. Question. Do you still have your RAV4? Answer. Yes. Would you like to buy it? Question. With the publicity being huge on this case and so many armchair detectives, in your experience, have you ever had someone cave in to the pressure and come forward with vital information last minute? Answer. Yes. The same question is repeated, and she answers a second reply. The girlfriend of the killer and the Riley Fox came forward and led the police to his arrest and conviction. Question. What piece of advice would you give people aspiring to be like you? Answer. Work hard and find a cause that you believe in. Devote yourself to it 100%. Question. Are you aware the bone group 7964 was originally found in the deer camp barrel, not a Yonda burn barrel? Answer. Yes. Question. Is Brendon Dassey's last chance of getting released beyond the exoneration of Stephen Avery? Answer. Not his last chance, but certainly it would help him if SA were exonerated. Question. Are you able to work on other cases at the same time as Stevens? It seems like it must take an extraordinary amount of time to work through such complex evidence. Answer. Yes, we manage a full caseload. I have an excellent group of people working with me on our other cases. Question. Any thoughts on why there are bones in 3 locations in the quarry? Answer. Impossible to know. Question. There were other items taken from TH for DNA purposes, such as a toothbrush and sexual device. These were also returned to the family. Is this a similar violation? Answer. No. Question. Do you think one piece of evidence in particular will set him free, or will it be several? Answer. Several. Available. Answer. There is no piece of evidence. There are multiple pieces of evidence. Question. Has the state tried to intimidate you, or have you noticed people trying to stop, delay your investigations? Answer. No. Question. This tweet is unavailable. Answer. Regardless of the color in the photographs, the VIN was confirmed. Question. Do you have information that you can or cannot share that gives you 100% certainty that Avery is innocent? Answer. We positive that he is innocent. Question. I just can't wrap my head around how they can still keep BD in prison when there is zero evidence to corroborate his confession. The brutal scene he depicted shows no trace of it happening. Answer. All issues concerning whether Brendon's confession was coerced have been laid to rest by the higher courts. Question. Thank you for taking your time to answer all of our questions. Answer. Thank you for asking the questions and following the case. Question. When essay is released, what does that mean for Brendon? Answer. Obviously, if essay is released, it greatly helps Brendon. We've done this so many times when everyone thought it was impossible. We never pay any attention to the guilters. Question. What can we as the public do to help you? Answer. Continue to supply us with tips and information. Question. Is there such a thing as sweat DNA? Answer. No. Question. I've read your book. It's great. Can you send me a hardback copy signed by yourself and essay, please? Answer. Yes. Send a copy to my office. Question. Do you have any plans to try and communicate with the Halbachs? Answer. No. That would not be appropriate. Question. Any explanation on the star 69 calls made to TH by essay on the day TH disappeared? Answer. They are irrelevant. Neither were answered, and millions of people use star 67. It's not automatically nefarious. Question. Any chance you'll be helping the filmmakers and Netflix in the Colburn lawsuit? Answer. No. I don't think they need our help. The case is meritless. Question. Why would the police hand the gravel pit bones to TH's family when the police did not think those bones were even human? Answer. That's the $1,000,000 question. Question. Are Strange and Buting still involved on a consult basis in this case? Answer. Not as a consult, but they provide us with tips and they have been fully cooperative with our efforts. Question. Will you be helping free Daniel Holtzclaw? Answer. I am currently working on Daniel Holtzclaw's case and hope that he will be given a new trial and subsequently freed. Question. I'm a British cop and I wanted to know how the continuity of evidence was recorded. Was it good or bad, or are there gaping holes in continuity? Answer. Gaping holes. Question. Would you take an Alford plea right now? Answer. Absolutely not. Question. Was TH murder committed by an individual to stop essay lawsuit? Answer. No evidence of that. Question. If Stephen is granted a new trial, would you then have access to all the evidence, the RAV4, bones, etc., for retesting? Answer. Yes. Question. How confident are you essay will get out with all recent setbacks? Answer. Yes, there are no recent setbacks. We have many more opportunities to overturn his conviction with the higher courts. Question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how sweaty is King Kratz right now? Answer. Instead of 1 to 10, maybe we should measure it in buckets. Question. Do you collaborate with Brendon's team? I remember you saying you felt Laura should have used the DNA evidence when she last spoke for him at the Circuit Court appeal. Answer. We do exchange ideas with them and we think they did an excellent job in the representation of Brendon. Question. Do you ever feel like essay feels defeated and wants to give up? How do you keep him motivated to keep going? I can't even imagine how difficult this must be on all of you. Answer. Never. I don't need to motivate him. He motivates himself because he, more than anyone else, knows he is 100% innocent. Question. Does it help essay spirits to receive letters and cards of hope in prison? Answer. Yes, it helps tremendously. Please send. Question. It appears when removing the bones from evidence it took a long time, and they were very selective which suspected human bones they signed out. Is there anything left in evidence that is worth testing? P.S. What breed is Bruno? Answer. We believe there will be evidence left to test. Bruno is a cockapoo and hates breeding violations. Question. Do you think you could win the retrial if it was granted? Answer. Yes, absolutely. Question. How much do you want to punch King Kratz' smug face? Answer. I wouldn't want to damage his face any further. Question. Will there be another series of Making a Murderer? Answer. Not up to us to decide. Question. Do you feel the Avery case has had more, less, or about the normal amount of frustration as others? Answer. We never see it as frustration, just a path to victory. Question. Would you like to go out for coffee sometime? Answer. Sure, if I'm not too busy. Question. What good crime documentaries are you in or are excellent to watch? Answer. Dream Killer and I. Witness. Question. How is the case with Sandra Milgar going? Answer. Great. We've had full cooperation of the Houston DA's office, a refreshing change. Question. How long does the COA have to respond to your most recent motion? Answer. There is no time limit. They will take as much time as they need. Question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how grimy is Ken Kratz? Answer. Wouldn't know. Maybe you'd have to swab him. Question. If given the option of an Alford plea, would you advise SA to take it? Answer. Absolutely not. Question. How long have you been working on SA case now? Answer. 3 years as of January 16th. Question. Houston, Dallas, Austin, or Chicago, which is better? Answer. In my book, Texas is always number 1. Question. Do you ever find time to sleep? I know I'm constantly following the case and don't have time for much else. Answer. Sleep is overrated. Question. From watching season 1 and 2, screaming out at me was cross-contamination of evidence. Would this be the case? Answer. It's possible. Question. Pretty sure you're inspiring lots of teenagers to become lawyers. How do you feel about that? Answer. I've inspired numerous young people to become lawyers over the last 30 years. I think it's great that they're still listening. Question. Is King Kratz still trying to sell his book? Answer. Wouldn't know. Not on my reading list. Question. Do all of the followers help you with the case as far as finding new evidence or with new ideas? Answer. Yes. We have gotten some very important tips from our followers. Question. Does the scale of corruption involved in the Avery case really get you at times? Answer. No, because all of our cases have involved similar issues. Question. I learned about this all from Malkin. I hope you have two have met. Huge advocate for these cases and a lot of followers. Answer. She is a very dear friend of mine. I have the greatest admiration for her. Question. Have you read Buting's book? Answer. Yes. Ms. Zellner makes a statement. 2 more minutes for questioning, so we're about to wrap up. Let's continue. Question. Was it ever explained about Colburn calling in TH's plate before the car was found? Answer. We think we have the answer to that in our pleadings. Question. What's on your reading list? Answer. Too lengthy for this type of exchange. Question. What was your main motivation in pursuing a career in law? Answer. To be where I am now, representing innocent people. Question. Who was role model growing up? Answer. As an attorney, it's been Jerry Spence. Question. My last question. If I wanted to help people in similar situations to Stephen, other than being a lawyer, what can I do? Answer. Exactly what you're doing now. Review the evidence, follow the case, and speak out about injustices. Question. Do you feel Steve Speckman had any suspicious involvement in this? Answer. No. Question. When are you going to realize Stephen is guilty? Answer. Never. There is not any credible evidence against him. When are you going to realize that he's innocent? And on that last note, she tweets out, "Thank you for your time. We'll be back." So that was fantastic ending to a question and answer Valentine's special. And so, yeah, that was a lot to take in. Awesome questions, you guys. I really appreciated being able to read the answers and participate in that question and answer. So that was a lot of reading and such, but let's hit on a couple notes. We do have an answer regarding bones that were at deer camp being relocated, and that is a big deal. A lot of researchers have been in that hole where we have barrel 4 kind of recirculating back onto the property. Another thing is that, we've all kind of asked this question: how do we know that TH is actually dead? As that person said, she could be off in the Caribbean. Zellner did say unlikely, but you know what? Nobody knows right now. We've got to dig through this. I'm sure she's doing victimology. She talks about this case taking 15 years. And we're only into 3. And she does talk about how it is, it is helpful for us to completely dig in and research. She even puts it as though we're very helpful. And we do know that one individual can help her in a great way. And so when you get teams like we have that are digging into this case and bringing these little tiny details up that are leading to bigger evidence being found, it's well worth us paying attention to this case and digging in hopes that we can help. So your diligence is appreciated by her, it's appreciated by me, and we're on a huge public awareness. A friend of mine is tweeting that we would like to do a hashtag that says Wake Up Wisconsin. So if you're interested in being part of that movement, we are using hashtag Wake Up Wisconsin across the board. So I'm not going to take up any more of your time. We're already quite lengthy in this process. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and if you are inclined to do so and want to stay updated, you can subscribe. If you want to know right when I release a video, you can hit that bell. All right, guys, have a great one, and we'll talk to you again soon. And with that, we'll sign off. So if you didn't do the crime, you shouldn't do the time. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Thank you so much. Much love.